Hi, welcome back to Tapping for Moms, where I teach you how to use EFT tapping to drop some of the emotional baggage that you've been carrying so that you don't end up dumping it on your kid. And today we're going to talk about the transition into September because I've been noticing for myself that I've been carrying a story about how this transition has to be hard. And what I love using tapping for is the whole practice of becoming aware of my thoughts and recognizing that not all my thoughts are true or even helpful. So, first of all, just noticing these patterns of, oh, here comes September. September is really big. Um, the anxiety that I may have been carrying about it, and why do I carry these beliefs? Look, well, I don't even need to decide why I need to carry them, but do I want to is the question. Because for me, being intentional with my thoughts changes the way I parent. So if I'm constantly walking around talking about, like, oh, we've got this big thing, and are we ready for school? And let's do all this stuff and stressing out about it, guess who else is going to be picking up on that? My kids. And I know in the past there have been transitions for them that have been challenging. And I am sure that me being super stressed is not going to create unstressed children. It's the opposite. The more that I worry, the more that I create this need for everyone to worry. So understanding, yeah, there have been times in my childhood that September was seen as a big stressful experience. I went from like summer camp and the cottage and no schedule, and then all of a sudden, boom, here's real life and all of these going to a new school and having that regular routine all the time. It felt hard. And there was also this regret of like things that didn't get done over the summer or things that you're no longer able to experience now that it's fall. There's also this conversation that I see happening with kids or to kids that there's constantly, are you ready? Are you ready for school? How do you feel? Are you excited? And kids are like, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about going back to school. Um, and this pressure to be excited. Why does it have to be a big excitement? What if we just allowed it to be simple and easy? Right. But I see this parents like being at the playground and parents asking another kid, like, oh, you're going into grade one. Are you excited? Like, I don't know. I've never been in grade one before. I don't know what the school's like, like, no, but thanks for reminding me that I'm heading into this new experience and that I don't know what to expect. How about um, asking things in a different way? Like, are you are you looking forward to it? Or what do you think? Instead of are you this, it's like, what do you think is going to happen? Um, yeah. Who are your friends going to be? How, I don't know, just asking it in a different way to get them curious instead of making them feel like, oh, if I'm not excited about school, there's something wrong with me and I should start worrying about that. So, again, your child feeds off your energy. So, as a mom, begin to choose my intentions, helps me become less reactive. So the emails are coming in about school, the schedule, what happens on the first day, all of these things. How do I choose to react to them, and how do I talk about them with around my kids? Like, scheduling the first week of school, especially for kindergarten, with the gradual entry, we can choose to talk about this like it's a huge ordeal, or we can like, oh, okay, things are different for the first week, and then we settle into a routine. Um, I like to continually remind myself and you that your first thoughts are not necessarily your best thoughts. They're just the first ones that jumped in. And if you haven't been doing a lot of intentional thinking about your thoughts, then your first thoughts are normally just the stuff that you've been thinking for a long time. So if you've had years and years and years of thinking that September is a hard month to transition into, that's going to be your first thought this year. Retraining your brain to new possibilities around an easy transition and sliding into helpful routines, that's going to take repetition to tell your brain, yeah, here comes September. September doesn't have to be hard. So front loading your brain for a positive experience, it's like planning ahead, right? But not planning ahead, overthinking. It's just, oh, this new experience is coming up. How do I want myself to feel through this experience? Not, oh, this new experience is coming up. I have to have everything organized. But there's always going to be things that show up as a surprise. And even then, you can feel calm and confident if you're setting that intention rather than letting things just happen and allowing yourself to get reactive in that situation, like, oh, we'll just see how September goes, and oh my god, they changed the baseball schedule, so now it conflicts with the swimming schedule, and how am I going to get kids to different places, or all these little things. That stuff happens as a mom, and we have to go with the flow, but we get to choose how we go with the flow. Do we go through the flow of September like fighting every single change? Or can we kind of like, oh, there's a bump. Okay, I'm going to go this way. Thinking of it like a river, right? So front loading that way, like, yep, things are going to happen that are out of my control. I still choose how I want to feel. Your brain will gradually choose a new default setting. Instead of when things happen that I don't expect, I get anxious being the default setting, or I get reactive, or I get yelly. Your default setting will gradually change to calm and move away from that anxious button. So, how awesome would that be? That as you cruise down that river, oh, there's a bump. Okay, we're going to go this way. Rather than there's a bump, we're going to capsize. I have to yell and panic. Again, you are the captain of the ship for your family. So, how do we all want to go through September? Smooth ride. So I wanted to do a little tapping to plan for that smooth transition into September. So go ahead and get comfortable. And remember, tapping is literally like Simon says, I'm going to tap. You are going to copy where I'm tapping and echo what I say. If there's a sentence or a phrase that really is not what you feel and you want to say something different, go for it. But just tapping along, getting curious about what comes up in your brain and your body as you're tapping, because this is both cognitive work and somatic, and new thoughts will come up for you. So go ahead and take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And imagine I like to imagine a bubble of time and space coming around me as I tap, that whatever was coming before or after this moment is outside of that bubble. This is your time for you. So we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand and echo back. Even though I feel anxious about September and all the changes that come with it, that's okay. I still love and accept myself, anyways. Even though I have this belief that the September transition is hard, that's okay. I still choose to love and accept all parts of me. Even though I feel anxious and worried about September, I recognize these beliefs and I still choose to love and accept all parts of me. Top of the head. All of this worry, eyebrow point. September has been hard before. Side of the eye. I remember how hard it was for me as a kid. Under the eyes. What if mornings get really hectic? Under the nose. And I'm anxious about getting the schedules figured out. Under the mouth. It's hard having a schedule. Collarbone point. I don't want summer to end. Under the arms. My mind keeps thinking about things I have to plan. Under the chest. There's all the things to organize. Wrists together. I have so much on my plate. Top of the head. Maybe there's a way to let go of some of this worry. Eyebrow point. Because I deserve to have a smooth transition. So noticing if any new thoughts come up for you, any physical sensation you may have needed to yawn or even burp, sorry. That is your body's kind of signal to you that, yes, I have been holding on to that belief. And thank you for finally acknowledging that because it sucked. So, so our bodies are carrying all of these emotions around. And as you acknowledge them, you're not sending them away. You're just acknowledging it like, oh, yeah, I have been holding on to that worry around September. Now we're going to get curious about whether it's necessary. So, starting again on the side of the hand. Even though transitions have been hard in the past, I'm getting ready to let go of that belief, especially because I love and accept all parts of me. Even though part of me likes to overthink because I worry about missing something, the bigger part of me is ready to see the bigger picture. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I have worried about this shift into September, I've seen it as a bad thing. Maybe I'm ready to see it differently. Especially because I love and accept all parts of me. Okay, top of the head. How would it feel to stop overthinking? Eyebrow point. Maybe I can just do my best. Side of the eye and let the rest happen. Under the eyes. Maybe it's time to stop fighting the end of summer. Under the nose, because there's no way to stop it happening. Under the mouth. My body and mind are getting ready for a new routine. Collarbone point. And I actually like having a schedule. Under the arms. I'm getting ready to step into September. Under the chest. I can plan what I can and let go of the rest. Wrists together. I'm ready to believe that it can be easy. I still hear, I don't know if it all can be easy, but I'm ready to start believing that possibility. We all have that inner voice, right? So, how does my body feel now? I'm feeling a lot more loosey-goosey, like mobility, like maybe having a little more structure is actually nice because I know that's something I struggle with in the summer. Oh, what are we going to do now? So there will be that structure, and I know my family will benefit from that as well. It doesn't have to be a panic. It can just be that flow again. I've been spending a lot of time by the rivers and looking at flow and allowing that feeling. And this is a benefit, right? Bringing nature into your life. So here we go. Final round. Allowing this possibility. Even though I wasn't ready before, because I was believing that shifting seasons has to be hard, I have released that belief to allow more ease in my life. Even though my younger self was telling me that going back to a schedule is unpleasant, she also remembers that she enjoys having a schedule sometimes. I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I was fighting the end of summer, I am ready to welcome fall because it feels good to follow the flow of the seasons. And I love and accept all parts of me. Okay, top of the head. I live in flow. Eyebrow point. My routines and schedule are supporting my needs. Side of the eye. I choose to be the creator of my life. Under the eyes. I am building a routine that serves me and my family. Under the nose. I release any need to rush or overthink. Under the mouth. Things are falling into place. Collarbone point. I am excited for what's coming next. Under the arms. The summer has been exactly what it was meant to be. Under the chest. The fall is full of new potential. And wrists together. I live my life intentionally. All right. I hope this brought some ease of that worry of the September transition for you. Please, if this was helpful, hit like and subscribe. I do weekly videos, and the more that it gets out there, the more I can help other moms as well. So some things to think about. Imagine or journal, even if you're a journaler, I am, what your life or what your fall can look like and your morning routines and the activities. Like, what do you want things to feel like as you're going through your daily life in the fall? Not saying, itemize and schedule them on a calendar, but just how do you see yourself moving through your day? Setting a morning intention before encountering your family will help you bring these feelings into practice. So before I leave my bedroom, I do a few minutes of tapping, just just tapping, setting the intention that I am going to be calm and loving as I move through my day, so that I set that intention before I come in and somebody's talking about where's my socks or what's for lunch or anything like that. I'm ready for the bumps in the river. And remember to be patient with yourself, because you're literally retraining your brain after a lifetime of these old negative thoughts, right? So it's going to take a little bit of practice to shift into these positive um, default settings, but you'll get there. And I'm here if you want to book a session for a one-on-one, if there's something that's really needing personal focus, please reach out and book a session with me. They bring so much clarity for the moms that I work with to release the stuff that they've been carrying. And the results that I'm getting from moms is just amazing, being more grounded, calmer, less reactive with their children. So I'm here. I will put links in various places. But again, hit like and subscribe, and I will be back next week with more.